First off, thank you, Zane, for those incredible words. I can't believe you look like that and you know so many big words. It's infuriating. I also want to say you're welcome for bringing Zane along so you get to look at him. I would like to thank the HRC for this incredible honor, and especially thank you for giving it to me in San Francisco, which is the US capital for gay Asian men. Every time I come, I feel a little bit like the mayor. It's great. I love it here. And finally, I would like to thank my partner, John Michael, who decided not to come to this event and see me win this award tonight. But he has spies everywhere, so I would be in big trouble if I didn't look straight down the barrel of this camera and say, babe, I love you so much. You are my soulmate. None of this would mean anything if I didn't have you in my life, okay? Have fun watching this on YouTube. When I first heard that I was receiving the Visibility Award tonight, I had a lot of questions. My first question was, what is that? You're telling me I'm standing up here getting an award for being visible? That's it? That's all I had to do? I mean, it seems pretty easy in hindsight. For me, especially, a terminally effeminate, limp-wristed gay kid who grew up in Chicago. Visibility wasn't exactly a choice for me, so it feels nice to finally be celebrated for it. Once I figured out what a huge honor this was, though, my second question was, are you sure you want to give it to me? Specifically because I'm not exactly what you would call an amazing role model for the community. I mean, sure, I am wildly successful, very hardworking, and I look like this, but there are probably plenty of people who are probably a little surprised and confused that you're giving it to me. You see, I give us all a bad name. I made a movie, and most of my work depicts our community as sex-crazed recreational drug users. And, right, looking around this room, was I wrong? But in all seriousness, we are living in times when our political enemies will do anything to paint us with a broad brush, as freaks, as pedophiles, as groomers. And while the HRC clearly doesn't agree, there are plenty of queer people, maybe some in this room, who don't think I'm helping very much on that front. I mean, it's not like I've ever been caught giving an over-the-jeans handjob at a production of Beetlejuice, but I did give head backstage at Thoroughly Modern Millie, so it's sort of a wash. Like, who am I exactly to be receiving this award? I looked it up. You've given the Visibility Award to activists and advocates, and literal heroes have gotten this award. And now, in the long line of recipients, it's my turn? I mean, for what? I'm not trying to talk you out of giving me the award. It's actually way too late. You cannot take it away. But at this point, I knew that it would warrant a little bit of introspection, not only about my own worthiness, but about what it means to be truly visible in this time. My last question, of course, was, do I have to write a speech for this? And the answer was obviously yes. And then I was faced with a new problem, because there's an easy version of this speech. There's a version where I talk about my tumultuous conservative upbringing and the struggles I faced as a young gay person in the world that wants to erase us. A speech full of platitudes and kumbaya ideas of togetherness. I could write that in my sleep. A few jokes sprinkled here and there. You laugh, you cry, you nod your head vigorously at whatever standard call to action I decide to lob at you in the end. It's a good speech. But then there's a harder speech to write. One that requires me to be visible in a way that I'm not always comfortable with. One that acknowledges the complicated nature of being a part of the LGBTQ plus community today. I mean, the old joke is that we keep adding letters. They call us the alphabet people. But this instinct, one of inclusion, that's what makes our community so special. We are a coalition of disparate groups who came together because we understood the simple fact that there is power in numbers. Because those who came before us understood that justice, equity, and yes, even visibility would come easier if we stand together. Anyone Anyone who's tried to date in San Francisco knows the simple fact there are not enough gay people. There just aren't enough. Not enough to go it alone, certainly. Which is why it is so important to be visible right now. Standing up for those in our community for whom visibility is a luxury. There are people among us who want to remove the T from LGBT. These people are often ugly and always stupid. They have forgotten why we came together in the first place. They have forgotten that though our needs may be different, they are intrinsically connected. And now it is not enough to be out and proud. The importance of visibility has stretched far beyond that. It is more important than ever that we are seen standing up for everyone in our big, beautiful collective, because we are everywhere, across every issue. There are queer working class people right now fighting across the country corporate greed. There are people an ocean away fighting for their right to exist. I mean, there are people in this country who are fighting that same fight. We have to say unequivocally that labor rights are gay rights, that trans rights are human rights. Condemn anti-Semitism in our community and decry genocide and apartheid wherever it occurs. It is more than just a tweet or a post on Instagram. It's a hard conversation had with a friend or a relative, one where you look in their eyes and demand from them a little humanity. It's uncomfortable, and it's scary, and more vital than ever. Visibility shouldn't feel easy or passive. It's a privilege that comes with a huge amount of responsibility. It's not just about being seen, it's about standing up and never shutting up. Being a beacon in a dark, fucked up world. It's a massive undertaking that I'm asking you all to consider joining me in. It's hard, it's sometimes uncomfortable, and I can't promise that you'll get an award for it, but you might change someone's life, and that is almost as cool as getting an award. Thank you all so much again. I'll try not to let you down.